Wildcard taking on the Kings of South America in Furia. We're both gone for Furia. Chad's gone for Furia. But we have seen already at this world that is not always the team that ends up winning.
It is all about doing it when the pressure is on. You called them the Kings of South America. Well, just look at the logo of their opponents. The Court Jester, ready to make them look like fools.
Right, and Banana Head's car
What have we got?
is...
Oh, the state of Torsos' car.
It's making flatulent sounds.
Okay, but let's look at the state of this from Torsos.
Thing is, what I also like about this, they did this at other events too.
Yeah, did they win that event?
They absolutely, they back as mod their car to then make it so it looks normal to them.
Okay.
But then if you're Trevino, you just heard above you it going, and it's all horrible.
We not bring back the grass boost meta.
Oh, I like the grass boost meta.
For 2 weeks, I think it was. But yeah, the absolute state of these cars. Hopefully we won't be saying that about the absolute state of the Rocket League. Imagine trying to convince Furia to do this.
Oh, no world.
I think Jan, like the death stare, would let you know the answer pretty much immediately. Trevino is going to try and probably lay this over to Jan, who would have liked that to be a little bit more accurate towards him. Wildcard's starting to swarm now. A couple of options around. I mean, Wildcard are playing solid Rocket League up to this point, looking for the drop-down pass. Not quite available, and Furia will take over.
It already seems to be that full speed that we were hoping for. Pitch from the ceiling though, a little bit loose, but B-Head does find Torsos. Fever misses that next shot. Torsos had an option for a second until Lost and Jafino deal with the wildcard attackers.
Fever just powers the ball along, spots an angle. We're going to go for the good old classic backboard redirect. Not this time around. Torsos can't find the 50. Both teams not finding the purchase just yet. It's going to change now. Torsos low boost, has to leave it for Fever. Great communication from Wildcard. Lost actually leaves it for Banana Heads. Feels like boost is just never on the next player up on the play.
It's going to be very important when you're trying to play with speed, is having as much boost as you can. Whether you can steal it from your opponents, go back to your own half, then get straight back into the fray. Whatever it is, if you can get boost, you can then be faster than who you are against. And that is going to be massive in a battle of two very fast regions. But 2 minutes gone. And the battle of the boost so far has not had a loser either way. Fino finds one central. Jan not quite enough to stick around.
It's been very, very basic Rocket League to this point. The sort of Rocket League that screams, this is our first series at the World Championship. And might come down to who can figure out quick enough. That's well, Geekay Esports down by 1 against the Ultimates. It's a question of which Ultimates are we going to get at this tournament. As we go backboard, Jan's not going to miss that one.
It's a lovely setup from Drufo as well. Just keeps the ball in play, straight to the backboard, and Jan is instantly up. And Torsos was actually bumped maybe by Fever, and that therefore disrupts both defenders. Furia, dead on halfway, can get their first goal.
It's a horrible feeling as well when you do this settling down style of Rocket League and then you're the ones to concede off it. Might be a bit of a shock to the system for Wildcard. Banana Head, first touch, let him down. Second one, at least trying to recover the play. Here's Fever with enough boost. First contact is actually phenomenal. How much further can he take this? What a challenge that is. Does not let it drop anywhere dangerous.
I mean, that's the kind of quality that we want to see from Fever, and that he's been giving forward in the OCE online qualifiers this entire split, or this entire season rather. So he's got a lot that he can offer. B-Head, a little bit awry. He flies away from the ball. And that back right is absolute mayhem. It's carnage. Wildcard do come out to the better. Fever just dunks it, ends up landing top left of the goal. Torsos passes and will only have it go as far as Drufo.
Yeah, powers the ball long. Jafino's not going to make it to that for anything truly dangerous. Good demo, but Wildcard are going to have to start getting a little bit more creative here. That's not necessarily what they're after, although it does give them at least some territory. Fever straight back down. And as far as Jafino, lost off the wall, looking for the skim. Doesn't quite get it, but it's the horrible thing when you defend those is you have to position to respect it. It ruins the chance to go and move forward for a challenge.
70 seconds ticking down. Torsos no boost. The ball has to get challenged midfield by Jan. Only gets as far as Fever. Fever then bumped away from the ball. 2-footed out sky by Jafino. In the midfield, that's a great bump with no boost. Jan just has to go for the man instead. And again, the bumps and demos really are fantastic for Furia so far. And they are just slowing down Wildcard enough.
Torsos with time, not with much boost. Looks for Fever off the wall. Who's next? It's still Torsos on nothing. Tried to fake it. Lost in full for it though, just played the ball. Banana head. He's not going to have any passing options. In comes Fever, lays it off. Torsos fakes the first one. Can they find a way past the goalkeeper? Drop down to Fever!
It was beautifully choreographed, and Wildcard get an equaliser, a fake to start it. On the right wall, you then see Lost having to dive in. Torsos slows it down enough. And Fever with the perfect positioning between the two oldest players on this team do get a leveler.
I felt like it was coming. Furia started off this game well, but once they got that 1-goal lead, really took their foot off the gas when it came to just launching forward for 50s. You'd say they'd have an advantage of that typically, but didn't choose to press it. Torsos off the wall. Straight down the middle. Oh, it's off the backboard. Who can be first to it? Banana head, infield to Torsos!
Oh! They've done it! At the death of game one, you see B-Head posture perfectly for a pass without it touching the ground. Straight back behind Jan.
Furia invited the danger. Wildcard like a vampire, happy to accept the invitation. Jan looking to try and put something on target, but that's not going to be enough. Now needs to get a hold of the ball before it touches the floor.
Torsos wanting to just keep that control going. Pinches very far wide. B-Head shies away from it. Nearly finds his way. Jan somehow keeping it up.
Lost with Drafinio powering forward. Look for the goalkeeper, but there he is to put the ball on the floor. And Wildcards.
To perfection. Lovely play. Great shots all round. Furia now needs to chase back 3.
Shout out to Mike Rules, by the way, the innovator of infield passes.
What a king.
Yeah, he'd get very angry at you, actually, if you didn't pass the ball to him. So, didn't really get a choice in the matter. Torsos trying to play the ball off the side, and I'm curious now, Wildcards were playing, well, the most basic Rocket League ever at the start of the last game, and then they got weird with it. Can they stay that way?
That's what I always say about them too. They're such a weird team, and they do play peculiarly.
That's better!
And that's it though. Again, look, right, it's beautiful Zen touch. Over the top, then underneath another one. Who's waiting and lurking? Fever, infield post. You hear it ding and you see it go in.
Wildcards stepping up to the plate. Furia are spectators right now. They've got to start getting more proactive with this. Wildcard are not going to make the mistakes at the moment. We know better than to maybe pre-jump that. There's a match point at some point that usually everything goes wrong at. But for now, Furia need to be proactive. They've got to take this match to Wildcard, who have settled now as, wow, that's a very unsettling scoreline. Was not expecting that one.
No, me either. Geekay managing to get to the grand finals of the previous LAN over at EWC. And now they're going down 2-0 against Ultimates. And in this game, Wildcard take their second and have Furia go down 2-0 against them.
I'm loving the idea that if this stays the way it is, the H-Stream cast is going to have the exact same reactions we just had when this scoreline pops up. Wildcard are all over them. They've got the last 4 in a row. Furia got there first, and I don't think that they've actually logged back into the server since then. Did Fever give them his controller?
And they're certainly slowed down, or at least Wildcard have sped up.
Better. I want to see more of that, but you've got to play the ball. Yeah. Why are you... Furia are playing everything like they are destined to win the ball. It's like the idea of a 50-50 is insulting to them. Oh, you have to take the 50.
And that was nearly a very weird play from Lost, manages to wrap himself around the ball to get the reset. Couldn't quite use it to full effect. But there's no be battle of the weirdness. I love that 1-2. Drafinio to Jan, then back again. Just above the net, Lost. Just imagines that Torsos will miss that one, but the veteran does manage to make contact. The midfield boost grab from Jan. A poor landing, though, gives B-Head an in.
And Drafinio is not overly comfortable. Surprised Banana Head didn't just cut across the boost if he could. Torsos leaves it for Fever. Stealing read is going to be difficult. Jan palms it straight into the path, but nobody there actually from Wildcard ready to follow up on that. I want to see them make the mistake of taking their foot off the gas. They're playing well at the moment. Torsos, just lovely. A little bit too heavy, but it was almost brilliant.
Give me the kind of flashes of Beast Mode and Raleigh when he catched it, caught it multiple times.
Yeah. Just
as it's coming onto him, gets that through ball onto the reset. It's always stunning. Torsos just a millimetre away from securing it himself. B-Head alleviating control of that ball towards Torsos, sends it far. midfield now. With Fever on his own and Lost ending up chasing. Fever throws himself into the mix, seeing if he can get a bump.
Banana Head will be by himself for now. Prioritizes the 100 boost. Loses the challenge. Fever back in action. Looks for Banana Head. Great pre-jump here from Yan, who is delayed it, leaving it for Lost. 2-0 is currently the scoreline. 2 minutes left on the clock. Furia may have started to realize the situation they are in. And they are really starting to press forward here. Fever can't afford to make a mistake. He's been dusted the ball, but Banana Head with no boost, no problem, gets rid of it.
Under 2 minutes and no fresh ideas from Furia so far. Wildcard pressure really starting to build. Just over the net, the Torsos has eyes go from the ball onto 2 men instead. Gets rid of one, then bumps the other. The left-hand side with Yan at the back, and he really has been caught at the back multiple times so far. And you don't normally see him forced back into a third-man position. That's not where he thrives.
I don't think any of them are thriving at the moment. First, second, third, or well, anywhere on the field. It's a good position for them though, but where's the follow-up? Furia, like they're playing on eggshells at the moment. Lost can't quite get the read, but that still drops nicely. Nunhead was waiting backboards. Does get the clear. Furia are gonna have to start boxing this out now. Every single play they're gonna have to play as if they can get a 50 that drops down straight to a teammate. There's no point worrying about going down by 3. You're already in worst case scenario.
Final 60, Fever straight over the top of one. Banana Head next to it, goes for that double. I like the idea for it. And then gets Boost League's ball, then Lost ends up finding him with it, and Torsos grabs him in the sky like a bird wrapped around a helicopter and brings him straight back down to earth.
Yan. Nice cut infield. Lost is looking for demos though, and Yan wanted to pass it infield. Again, just another miscommunication, and Banana Head I don't think has actually been on his side of the field for the last minute. There we go, just about across the threshold.
Nor should he go back to his half.
No, no.
Working.
Doing the right work, man. Good demo, but who's that too?
I mean, technically, Yan, can he get anything from this? Fever straight over his own net. It's a great play. Let's keep Furia away, and that pitch is not great for the South Americans. Back left corner with 100 boost. But Banana Head just stays in the way, stays threatening. That ball lofted high. Yan's first to it. Fever has to jump away from one. That one central again. Lost a turn, but Banana Head to shoot. Fakes out the shot. Doesn't matter. They're clear by 2 already. In both this game and in the series, Furia, they need to chase 3 wins in a row. Otherwise, Wildcard go one away from making it out of groups. Chances to make it work from this point on. Wildcard, one more, and they end up just that 1 round away from that main event.
It's a horrible, horrible draw, but you'd rather have, dearie me, and it's somehow away. Furia are just, they can't capitalize.
Why didn't he shoot?
They just assumed he was going to hit it, but if you're going to assume that, don't be there.
But, I mean, I'd love to see that again at replay ops. Can we just see that again after this game? Because I don't know why Lost didn't just tap that in. Banana Head had to dive in front. I am baffled and bamboozled.
I mean, OCE fans are looking at this at the moment and just going, that's usually us. How does it feel?
You can say CJ in the green room, it's okay.
OCE fan.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit harsh, but hey, we'll go for it. Torsos over off the wall. Yan trying to chase him down. That's a lot better. Making it awkward, but Torsos just scuppers away. Oh, it's a horrible miscommunication.
It's a full court dribble from the pensioner. Gets it from his backboard, catch onto his fruit, insta flick. Lost thought it was his.
It was Lost. Jofinio decided to turn himself into a traffic cone.
I mean, Torsos, he will happily take that one, as will the rest of Wildcard. 1-0 in the first minute.
What on earth?
Shogun, they saved it.
I mean, they're not saving the tournament if this keeps up. Jofinio, doink, it's on target. Surely it's in. Lost confirms it, not letting Fever to get rid of it.
Got it really took a while for this momentum to switch. Great doink from Jofinio. You love to see it, and that's where Lost just dive in. Send your body at the ball, it may well squeeze through.
Furia, again, and this is the horrible thing for OC fan, bracket S, as Torsos does not take advantage of the demo, couldn't quite find the angle for it. OC fans will still be looking at this going, yeah, I don't believe in it still. It would seem, oh my, okay, cool. Well, that's certainly a scoreline.
3-0. Ultimates take down the grand finalists from EWC.
NA is good again.
Blown away. The Ultimates, what a tear they're seemingly on.
Well, it's the two teams that seem to just swing wildly when it comes to the results they've had this year. Seems like it is Ultimate's turn to have a fun tournament. Yeah, looking for the wall. Would have liked to have hit Banana Head's Kahu. That is the interesting sort of recovery.
I like that.
Half flip on the backboard before. Just who are they passing to? These passing plays aren't to anybody.
And Banana Head tried to help him out as much as he could. Tried to send it straight back towards the Furia attacking player.
Yeah, are you sure? Do you want to try again?
Yep. You need someone middle. We've seen this from many, many teams. Of his own crossbar, great save in the end, I think, from Torsos. A skip mid. Drafinho then goes to the other side. Very lateral play so far. Torsos says no, just hit it hard.
Yeah, Banana Head couldn't quite find the 100 boost in that back corner, so had to leave it. Banana Head, ball up. Oh, Torsos, you're not going to get to that anytime soon. Viva's covering well. Nice clear long. Drafinho scoops it back into possession. Wildcard defense so weirdly. They never have anyone on the goal line. They're trying to stay as active and mobile as possible. And it results in situations like this where they have to get their last second.
Yeah. It's a lovely 50 in the end, though. To get this from Lost out of Torsos' blind spot, who I'm sure thought, I've got a clear here. He didn't in the end. Lost does get that 50. Drafinho sinks it. And Wildcard were low boost for such a long time, and it made those clearances a lot harder. And we spoke in game one about the boost difference. We didn't really see it a huge amount when Wildcard were winning, but it certainly seems more apparent when Furia get reigned to the series.
Yeah, Furia, I mean, they had the boost advantage, but they just weren't doing anything where boost mattered, if that makes any sense. Now they are. They're taking the ball to the air a lot more often. They're happy to play this 50 game. And I think that's the big change. It's Torsos backboard. Oh, he can't get the read, and Drafinho just gets rid of it. But remember what I said in the last game. It felt like Furia were insulted about the idea of having to 50. Now they're actually taking the 50s. They know they can't just simply outpace every single time. So get the wins. The pre-jump and Banana Head just wants to stick like 3 of those Dominuses back to back, and maybe you would have the range.
Chance for a pinch. Fever is able to get it on target, but not nearly enough power. Low boost is going to now see Torsos take it back, start again. Went from this corner for their first goal. The OCE Diaz does get one touch into the reset, but sinks too low. Can't get anything further. Fever now to collect. Midfield, anybody there? I love that idea from him. And give away the ball and end up going for the man. Banana Head next to shoot. And Fury, they are starting to get pinned back.
Wildcard do a great job playing lateral. Here comes Fever, beats the ball. Worth the go, though. Banana Head, time, boost. What can he cook up? Insta challenge by Drafinho. This is so much better now from Furia. They're playing with the respect that they should have had earlier on. Lots of work to do. 40 seconds left, though. Wildcard looking for the goal.
And we've seen Furia have to chase. This is certainly a series that's going to be more and more important. They've done so in this game. They went down first. Now they're clear by 1. Lost before that double. A save from B-Head keeps Wildcard just about in it. But we've not seen them be able to take any goals. But the 1, the 2, sink it for 3. That is OCE.
That's incredible. That is an unbelievable pass from Torsos. He has no right to get that amount of power, let alone that amount of accuracy. Is it finally 300, 600, 900 days later, OCE's day? Or is it? Oh, it's a great save! They've got to think, surely, about time!
I mean, to the ceiling, no one chases it, but an overtime, the first one in this series, everything else regulation. Bump off the backboard, Jan does make contact, B-Head is confident he can win that foot race. There's no time, it has to be a catch, but no!
1 goal before Furia have got to play against Rock in that lower bracket. It's horrible whichever way you go. Lost, looks for the drop down. It's not going to be for Drafinho. Drafinho had to turn because Jan's so far back, can't afford to revert back to that. They had a winning strategy. They can't get scared off now that they've conceded 2.
Torsos does jump, but Crit identifies that Jan is going to dust him to that ball. The right-hand wall. Torsos receives the ball from Banana Head. Midfield again. Fever surely finding his way central. Doesn't get the reset, does get that 1 touch, and then the bump. That can't quite work out, but 2 commit.
so unnecessary. Banana Head, he's not really got much to work with there, though. That angle not inviting itself to an outplay. Wildcard. Oh, that's another miss. Play back forward. No, Banana Head tried to just go straight for net. Got a bit greedy, but the play's still on. Banana Head off the post. They're so dangerously close for Banana Head. OCE have beat South America.
They didn't just beat them, they 3-0'd Furia. The curse of CJ.